Hello, good people. Welcome back. Thanks for tuning in. I am Chris, and I'm gonna get right to it. Right, have a little bit going on today, a busy schedule in my life. It's my grandson's birthday. He turns 6, I believe. I think my grandson Amir turned 6 on today. We're about to go and spend some time with him. And anyone who knows me, if you know me, hey, my family is everything. And my grandson just happens to be the apple of my eye. All 6 of my grandkids are the apple of my eye, but I had my oldest grandchild is my granddaughter, and so she just turned, I believe, 17. And then my oldest grandson just turned 17 in July. And then from there is my granddaughter. I believe she's 13. And then from there, that's 2 girls, that's the boy. Then you have, I believe, Callie. Callie showed up first. So if Amir is turning 6, 7, 6, if Amir is turning 6, that means Callie turned 6 last month. My granddaughter Callie, and then my grandson Amir, and then my youngest grandson is Jace. He's 4, I believe, 4, 5, something like that. 7 and 6 kids, 6 grandkids, 6 grandkids. I can't always keep up with all of it, the ages and the birthdays, but I can keep up with my awesome love for each one of them. Anyway, so I had one grandson, plenty of great girls, and then the boys came on later in life. So I'm grateful for the boys, grateful for the girls, grateful for the boys to help carry on the name of the family, right? But anyway, with that being said, I'm gonna be trying to make this brief, trying to make this quick, and get on about our day, right? So I have here my notes say, in my opinion. So I guess I better get that out of the way, right? I am not a financial advisor, right? I just share my journey, share tips, share hopefully knowledge and nuggets to help you make money, right? Help you build your financial wealth, help you grow your financial knowledge. So anyway, what I have here, it says, in my opinion, affordable stock to build strong positions in at this time. Why I believe in these? Because I see nice room for growth, nice room for gains. In other words, to grow your financial wealth, to grow your portfolio. So what I have here is, I have at the top of my list NVIDIA. I'm sure we hear NVIDIA everywhere. If you're interested in investing and you don't hear talk about NVIDIA, something is not right, because it's been doing some amazing things over the past 2 years, right? So NVIDIA. And I have noted, even if it's just fractional shares, right? Why I like NVIDIA is expected to double and or triple over the next 1 to 2 years. Why? Because of AI. AI is taking over. NVIDIA has the #1 chip, and they have another chip coming out next year to continue to protect their position of being #1. So AI, over the next 10 years or so, even longer than that, the market, what percentage of the market NVIDIA is supposed to cover is ridiculous, right? So you can do your own research. I'm not gonna go no further into it, but NVIDIA would be #1 on my list, right? Another one on the list that's affordable stock to invest in at this day and this time. Palantir. If I'm not mistaken, Palantir is somewhere around, it's been between $29 and $30 something. Let me see here, Palantir, just to give you real time. I should have just punched it in because it took it up to scroll to it. So Palantir at this moment in time is $31.80, right? And Palantir, why it's on my list, if you're new to the game, then you might not have a lot of resources at your disposal, and so you want to start building your portfolio, but you want to go with something that's going to guaranteed to grow your portfolio, guaranteed to grow your wealth. That's what NVIDIA and Palantir will do for you over the next year. Some folks say, well, I don't want to wait a year. In the game of investing, you need to have a little patience. If you have a little patience, patience will reward you ridiculously well. If you go for the fast dollars, you're going to make a few money here, you're going to make a few money there. It's probably not going to be sustainable, right? So if you make it and you don't know what to do with it, if you make it and you don't know to sell it, take profit, and then put it into something better, then when it shoots back down, when it falls back down, you will go down with it. So I'm not giving you something. I'm not making recommendations I'm making recommendations to grow your wealth, right? So NVIDIA will be one, Palantir will be number two, Chipotle will be another. What can I say about Chipotle? Chipotle, I've been in this game seriously since March of 2020 when COVID kicked off. Chipotle stopped when it got on my radar. And it got on my radar not by purpose. I was not looking for Chipotle. It just happened to be on the list of top 10 performers that day. And I said, well, since it's in the top 10, maybe I'll get it. Well, the cost was ridiculous. It was the cost was, I think it was around $1,300. So I said, okay, I'll keep an eye on it, and I'm sure it'll drop. Well, over the next 2 years, it did not drop. So when the market started crashing, we were going through slight recession, and I just knew it was going to come down. Well, Chipotle is very affordable fast food. So if you're, you know, when your pockets are thin, you don't go to the Longhorns as much, right? You go to somewhere that's more affordable. You ready to go to McDonald's, Subway, Burger King, what have you. A lot of people was going to Chipotle. Said that to say what the stock just kept doing well. So Chipotle just did a split recently. I'm talking too much about Chipotle. Chipotle just did a split recently. Their stock was just over 1,700. They did a 50-for-1 split. I'm not talking about splits on the day, just sharing with you they did a split, and the company lowered the price from 1,700 to 56. So, you know, Chipotle would be, in my personal opinion, you know, based on what it did from 2020 to here recently, it would be a great stock, great company to get involved with. So anyway, so I've started accumulating Chipotle little by little, week over week. That's my opinion. Next, something that is pretty affordable, Grayscale Ethereum Mini Trust. I didn't do all the research, but you know, that was anyway. That's a new stock that broke off from another stock, something like that, right? Anyway, Grayscale Ethereum Mini Trust. I see this personally as a great opportunity at such a great low cost, and it'll probably be a while before it takes off. And yeah, so that and that Grayscale Bitcoin Mini Trust, right? They haven't been out that long, less than 2 months, right? And I think they opened up at like $2 and something, and they've been fluctuating between 2 something, I believe, to 5 something. So had you got in at 2 something and you dropped something like a couple $100 in it, then it would have doubled. I mean, you dropped something like $20 would have doubled. Whatever you would have dropped, you know, it would have doubled. So you know, it's truly got some and just been dollar cost averaging in. So that's just my take on those, right? Then something else you want to make sure you have in your portfolio would be the S&P 500, or what I like is Vanguard's S&P 500, which is VOO. Just another version of the S&P 500, but it's still the same, right? And S&P 500 is what? It is an ETF, and you could think of an ETF as a bucket of stocks in one. So it's a portion of the top 500 stocks across the entire stock market. I always get thirsty when I do these videos, right? Water is in my cup. What's in my cup? Water is in my cup. I'm not a coffee man. I'm a sweet tea, but I had to cut back because I don't want to be a diabetic, and doc says I'm inching toward that way. So Vanguard, VOO, and you can do the same as I said with Nvidia. You know, if it don't fit your budget, just do fractional shares, right? Even if you're doing $10 a week, or $10 every 2 weeks, or $20 a month, whatever the case may be, it's something you want to have in your portfolio to be you want it to eventually be the foundation of your portfolio. What we mean by foundation, you want to build 50% of it. It will protect your overall portfolio from having huge dips every time the market dips, every time there's a correction, or a pullback, or a crash. We'll talk about all those things another time, but those are things that you might want to have knowledge of along your financial journey in investing, right? So let me see here. Last thing I want to point out, Apple is a must-have. You want to be an Apple, right? 3 of the largest company around are Microsoft, Nvidia, Apple. They trade places between being number 1, 2, and 3 big boy countries in the world, right? $4 trillion companies. Okay, I'm giving my take on that. I wanted to give my take on affordable crypto, and not gonna go there because it's taking me 10 minutes to go through this. So I will say 2 must-have cryptos. 2 must-have cryptos would be the number 1 and 2. And the number 1 and 2 are who? Bitcoin, number 1, and Ethereum, number 2. Always have been, always will be. Therefore, you can't go wrong with them. And again, those are 2 you probably want to DCA in because they are costly. They are costly, but you have to do a little research in understanding crypto and understanding how the game of crypto go. Bitcoin, only so much can ever be mined, right? Only 100 million coins of Bitcoin could ever be mined. Once you actually get that 100 million, then no more will ever be created, and eventually it's just going to go berserk in value, right? Because of usage case. But anyway, Bitcoin at this moment in time is $64,114.94. So you can DCA in it, right? $10, $20, whatever is comfortable to your pockets. Rule of thumb is you only want to invest money that you're not going to need for at least a year. You got to give your money some time to work. You put a portion of your money to work, eventually your money will outwork you. Because in the market does not sleep. Your money works 24/7. Okay, so I gave you what Bitcoin currently costs. Ethereum currently at this moment in time is $2,769.12. Bitcoin, we just had to have in process 29 April, the last Friday in April, right? That starts the beginning of run-up season for crypto, right? And if you do your research, you'll find that Bitcoin normally hits its peak 300 days, somewhere thereby, after the halving, right? And in this run-up season, countless people give their take on where Bitcoin is going to go, right? Bitcoin is expected to go somewhere between 80K and 120K. So you have to see what's comfortable for you if you choose to sell your Bitcoin. You want to sell it somewhere between 80K and 120K. Nobody has a crystal ball. Nobody can tell you exactly where it's going. They can only tell you a window of where it may go, right? Ethereum, from the many different analysts, they're saying Ethereum is expected to go somewhere between 45 to 10K, right? So, no guarantee of where it's going. But what I can say, last run-up season, Bitcoin ran up to 68K. That was his all-time high in the last run-up season. Before run-up season this year, Bitcoin ran up to 73K. So I have a lot of confidence that it will definitely blow past 80K sometime during this run-up season. This run-up seasons in Bitcoin, run-up season in crypto usually is anywhere from 12 to 18 months, right? So if the run-up season started in April, you have between this April and next April and up to 6 months after that. I don't personally, have no intention to hold out to the 6 months. I'll do it as I feel comfortable with my profits and my gains. That's my take. So I think I've said enough. We're 15 minutes in, and we have things to go take care of. So with that being said, thanks for tuning in. Wish you guys all the best in this financial journey of yours, right? To build your financial wealth. In order to build your financial wealth, you got to grow and build your financial knowledge. Take that knowledge, put it to use in the markets, and it will greatly reward you in due time. Just have a little patience, continue to grow, be all you can be. So with that being said, take care and be blessed continually, my friend.